Would I be the a-hole if I continued to stretch my ears after my boyfriend expressed how much he hates it?
What the fuck?
This is OKOP, home to the craziest true stories on earth. I'm Sophia, and Riley, would you ever get gauges?
No, because I don't want like flies going through them.
So, Area of Dusk says, I, 30 female, have been with my boyfriend, 30 male, for just shy of a decade.
Aw.
He's a very clean-cut guy and very professional in appearance. I, on the other hand, have a sleeve of tattoos, dyed hair, and pierced ears. He works from home as a lead programmer for a company while I work as a manager / pet groomer.
Whoa, that's a power couple right there.
Hell yeah. Despite our opposite looks and career choices, we have lots of interests and opinions in common. If anything, I think our differences help balance us out. Some background that may help add context to our relationship. I started getting tattoos before we met, but my biggest piece was done 2 years ago. He's not a big fan of tattoos and has absolutely no plan to ever get any. I've never pushed, but I have asked if he'd get a tiny one with me. It's not a big deal for me, so after he said no, I just left it.
Sounds like me.
Yeah, I don't think I would ever get a tattoo, not because I don't think they're like sick. I think they're very cool. I just think I have commitment issues with tattoos and like things on my body.
I'm not slutty enough for tattoos.
I think you have to be slutty enough.
Dude, if I got tattoos, I would be the biggest slut. I'd get neck tattoos. I'd get a motorcycle. It'd have like, you know how like you get like shoes, you have to get an outfit with it? That's how I would treat tattoos.
It's true. Yeah. I would have to get like a bunch of piercings. I would have to change up my look to get tattoos.
Yeah.
He wasn't a fan of my big piece, but because I've had ink done before, he voiced some concerns about the amount of money I've spent, but left it at that. That's not I don't think he could comment on that. That's her money. Fast forward to this past month, I've always liked the jewelry that people with stretched ears get to wear. Some of it looks really cool / pretty, and I, on a whim, decided I would stretch my current piercings. With the help and advice of a friend, I got a kit and have been working with the goal being about a 2G, 0G max. When I first told him about this, he voiced that he really did not like how they looked, and he didn't want me stretching to the point where you could look through my ear or fit a pencil. I told him not to worry and that I'd stop before I got to the generally accepted point of no return. Today, I was moving up from a 10G to an 8G, and he was watching me moisturize and sanitize my jewelry and ears. Once again, he asked how big I was going, and I showed him what a 2G looked like. He gave me an unpleasant look and explained that he again really hated how gauges and stretched ears look. He further went in to explain that stretched ears were not my aesthetic, as it was more punk, where I fit more into streetwear or gal styles. Gal styles.
Maybe she wants to be punk, dude.
Yeah.
Let her be punk.
He doesn't like how they look and doesn't think I'll look good with them. I was disheartened. I took out my jewelry, packed them up, and put them away to maybe discard. I'm now sitting here debating whether I should continue stretching because it's something I want for myself, or if I should honor his wishes and stop. I already pushed my luck with how many tattoos and how big they are, so maybe I should give up on this one thing. I don't want him to think I'm unattractive, so I don't want to change myself past what he's willing to accept. But I also don't want him to tell me what to do with my body. So would I be the a-hole if I continued stretching my ears after my boyfriend expressed how much he hates it? And there are some relevant comments.
I just looked at some gauges.
Yeah.
I don't like the big ear ones because like it just I looked at them and I'm like, my ears hurt.
Yeah.
But like some people can rock them.
Some people can rock them.
Not for me.
Yeah, I think this is like a personal thing. Like it's not for me, but I don't know if you can tell your partner, you know, what to do with their body. I think that's a little bit.
Yeah. They've been together for a decade.
Yeah.
And it makes sense why he would have concerns about like what she would do.
Yeah.
Because like in a way, he would become unattracted to her because of the gauges. And if she still wants to be with him, she would have to put that in consideration. It is her body, but like that's his preferences.
I feel like that's like, you know, like people get haircuts, you know, and if you're going to become, you know, unattracted to someone because of a haircut, then it's true. Like not really love.
I'm low-key scared to get a haircut.
Yeah. You have to wait. You got to wait a little bit.
I got to wait a little bit because I feel like some people will be like, you got a haircut and it looks so bad.
Haircut?
I don't even know what to do with my hair. This is what my hair looks like right now. Tell me what I should do.
Okay, well now I feel like that doesn't accurately represent your hair because you have hat hair now.
Yeah. But like, you guys know what it looks like. This is what it kind of looks like. I need to cut the sides a little bit. My dad's a barber. Why do I not know anything? Like the top looks nice, but the top goes all the way down to my mouth now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do. I need to find a good barber that knows what's up because my dad knows how to cut.
You have to go to a curly hair barber.
Yes. If anyone knows any curly hair barbers in LA, please please go to our Discord and let me know.
Anyway, there are some relevant comments. Why did you ask his opinion if you weren't going to consider it? And OP says, it's not that I really asked for his opinion. I only brought it up to him the first time to just let him know that this was a thing I wanted to do because I was interested in it. This exchange, commenter says, this is so strange to me because you've been with this dude for a decade. I don't really care for gauges, but if my partner of 10 years decided to get them, I wouldn't leave them. These comments are so wild to me. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you've been together for 10 years. Gauges aren't going to drastically change the appearance. OP says, a lot of comments have told me to think about whether my stretched ears are worth more than my long relationship. I did. I also thought about whether he also would view it like that. Would my stretched ears be worth ending a long relationship for? It isn't for me, and I would hope he feels the same way. OP is voted not the a-hole, and there is an update.
That is tough because in a way, you probably are going to be ending a 10-year relationship if you get these ears.
Well, one, I think that if he does end the relationship, I think that's wild, and he actually doesn't really care for her. Like, I think if he's ending a 10-year relationship over gauges, I don't know how much, how strong that relationship was to begin with. But also there is a scenario where he, just gets used to them. Yeah.
But like, in a way, it could be like a huge turnoff and it doesn't work out. So this is very tricky. I'm interested in the update.
Yes. Thanks to everyone that weighed in. I spent some time reading as many comments as I could. I didn't just read the comments saying not the a-hole. I also read the ones saying you're the a-hole and some of the chains that went on a tangent about ear stretching. I couldn't read them all, but I did want to post an update and respond to some of the comments as a whole. I told him last night that I have decided to stop stretching. He simply gave me a in response while we continued to make dinner, and we haven't talked about it since. I know I'm allowed to do with my body as I see fit, and he's free to leave me if he wants. Neither him nor I look, act, or think like when we first met. Some of the changes by choice and others because aging is a thing. Tastes have changed, but I've still chosen him. I want to believe that he still continues to choose me. This choice to stop was not because he told me to, but because a lot of people have mentioned relationships are a give and take. At almost a decade, what I do to my ears or not is not a hill I'm willing to die on. To those of you who showed me concern about the language I used in my post, I'm grateful for your concern, and I wholeheartedly believe this is a choice I made and not a decision based on any fear of abandonment. A few commenters asked how I'd like it if he changed himself in a way that I didn't find attractive. Short answer is I don't have an answer. I'd like to say at this point in our relationship, I'm here because of who he is on the inside. While I do believe that to be my answer, I am human and I am flawed. Maybe there is a thing he could do, but I can't think of anything.
Yeah, because like I was in a relationship once where I was like kind of skinny and then like I gained a little bit of weight. And I feel like that kind of changed the way my partner looked at me.
Yeah. Which I think that
I mean, that's fair. But like to
an extent,
more in love and
but
with the person, you can have a conversation.
Really matter.
Like if it really bothered her and she came to me, she'd probably be like, hey, we should probably eat healthier. You should probably like work out more. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I think it depends on how you broach that conversation. And because I don't think if you really care for a person.
And I feel like in a way he did that. He was like, hey, he might have been a little bit more like stern with it, but he probably was like, hey, this is how I feel.
OP continues, I know it seems like I stretched my ears from a 14G to a 10G very quickly. You would be correct. I read several articles stating that I should wait a month or so. I have also read several posts from people with stretched ears that said to listen to my body. I won't bore anyone with the details, but I opted to listen to my body. Finally, to the user concerned about stretching ears in my line of work, it's not a hazard, I assure you.
The dogs might get it.
My GM and a couple of my colleagues have gauges and have never had a dog almost rip one. Your comment made me chuckle because if anything, we're all more concerned about dogs kicking our tools than damage to our body/body mods. And I regret not replying before I lost it in the sea of comments. And that is that story.
Wow.
I think it ended happily.
I hope they figure it out.
I hope they figure it out. I think you should always be a little bit wary about how much say your partner has or wants to have on how you present.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you can't force them to stay with you if, they no longer are attracted with you.
Yeah.
But I think if that comes up, then I don't think that relationship was as strong as it should be.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But you know what is strong?
What is that, Sophia?
This next story.
Whoa.
Trigger warning for this next story. It does talk about abuse and there are anger issues taken to extreme measures. So if that is something that you do not feel like you can watch, skip to the next story, which we will put a marker for that. My 31 female fiance, 39 male snapped, and I'm unsure if I'm overreacting.
How did they overreact?
I think OP's fiance snapped like a Kit Kat.
Ooh.
So, Maleficent 8942 says, my fiance and I have been together 3 years and living together too. He's definitely a hothead. It's been a problem in the past, but he's a wonderful partner otherwise. He cooks, I clean, we both work, and we're best friends. Besties.
Aw, I love it when couples are besties.
Yeah, it's fun. We spend all our spare time together going on road trips, trying new friends, or just hanging out.
Wait, what?
What?
Trying new friends?
Sorry, trying new foods.
What does that mean?
Trying new foods. They're just trying them out, you know.
How do you try
make sure
new
they
friends?
fit. He has in the past lost it over small things. Oh my God, he has anger issues. Followed someone home twice over driving and he yelled at them. He's an angry driver in general. He thinks no one can drive and is often speeding through traffic. Followed someone home?
Yeah, no, no, you can't be around
What?
that. No.
That's a giant
No.
red flag. Leave this man. Oh my God, leave him. Yikes, I'm scared. His angry driving is an everyday occurrence. I let him drive because it's not worth the stress if I drive because he doesn't like it. Oh my God. That's such a red flag.
Crazy.
If he can't control his anger when he's driving, why would you want someone that angry behind the wheel? He punched a hole in a closet door after a stressful day at work when I sarcastically replied to his mood.
I feel like some people that have anger issues.
Honestly, if you're punching holes in walls, go to therapy.
To jail.
What?
To jail.
To jail?
To jail.
To jail. Straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
I didn't know what you were saying. To jail. This is crazy. I've heard stories where like people are like, yeah, my partner punched a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
He what?
Dang, I have a friend that punched holes in the walls, and now I'm thinking back.
Yeah.
Crap.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What? I've never wanted to punch a hole in a wall. Go punch a pillow.
I have an okay story time of how angry I got one time. I don't even want to know what I look like angry.
I think men in general need to be very aware of their anger,
Yes.
especially around women.
Oh, 100%.
He immediately apologized when he calmed down the next day. Wait, that's not immediately apologizing. That's apologizing the day later.
Yeah.
That's not immediately apologizing.
Like low key, it looks like he has an anger issues, and like this is the best way he can cope with it.
That's not coping with it though.
Or, like,
That's just
handling
succumbing
it.
to it.
This is his only way of handling it, and I feel like without therapy, this is the healthiest way he believes he can do it.
I disagree. I think he's not handling it at all. These are red flags that will lead to maybe worse things for OP.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And I think I think that you have to keep an eye out for anger like this. This is dangerous.
Yeah, this is pretty dangerous.
OP says, but it scared me at the time. If you are scaring your partner, that's bad. This was a year ago. His temper is an everyday thing, but it's never directed at me. Yeah, but this is like, yeah, currently it's never directed at you, but I'm very worried about like, you know, one day he gets so angry that he does direct it at you. And also, you know, even if he's not punching or throwing something at you, punching a wall, that's emotional abuse. That's verbal abuse. To like get that angry in front of your partner. Sorry, I have a lot of feelings about this. He also used to tell me to pack my things and F off if we were arguing. I'm definitely a calm, let's talk this out person. He's an I don't want to talk about it person. He often feels attacked, and it's something we had to work through. He's much better now. He tried anger management, but said it wasn't working with his work schedule. Make it work. It's like, this is making me so angry. I don't care. Make it work.
It was at 3 p.m. and I get off at 4.
Jesus, make it work. Or you're going to get court mandated anger management therapy.
So it seems like he's kind of working on it.
It seems like he tried to work on it and then got annoyed with it and stopped working on it, which also isn't great. His communication is much better. Apart from that, he's an affectionate goofball who treats me like a queen.
Okay.
He would do anything for me. I just have to ask. It's like a different person takes over.
Okay.
He's not a different person, though. That's him.
I understand where you're coming from. I do not agree with this anger whatsoever. I believe it. I do not want to be around people that are angry like this, but it seems like he's nice to her. He's affectionate to her, but he just has an anger management problem. And his way of coping with it is like distancing himself and doing these things. I believe he should go to therapy and anger management, and it's wrong that he's not pursuing that. It seems like he's trying to work on it, but he does need to do more work on the anger management side.
I gotta say, I disagree. I think that it doesn't seem like he is distancing himself, because a lot of this anger is happening in front of his partner.
Gotcha.
Which is, I think it's still a form of abuse, even if it's not physical abuse directed at her. I think it's still verbal abuse, especially because we know that he's telling her to F off and get out of leave.
Gotcha.
Which is also like abuse. I also think it is a thing that abusers do a lot to keep their partner around, where they will treat them like they will love bomb them. And they're like, oh, you're amazing. I love you. I'm sorry, whatever, say that. And then, you know, next day they're screaming at them and like punching walls. So I think that's a very common thing.
Okay,
in abusive
let's say
relationships.
someone does have anger management like this.
Yeah.
And they step out of the room and they say, if they are mad, they do like take a walk or something.
Yeah. Those are
fine?
healthy. Yes.
Okay.
If he was to be like, I am so mad, I need to leave the room. I cannot talk to you.
Gotcha. And then goes somewhere else and punches walls.
Absolutely,
But
sure.
But he should not be doing this in front of her.
I mean, if he was doing that, I still think he should go and like talk to a therapist. Absolutely.
Oh, 100%.
But the fact that he is doing it in front of her is abusive.
Gotcha. Okay, because I was just curious, if someone has anger like this and they cannot hold it in, how should they express it respectfully or like in the best way that they can?
I think, again, go to therapy, go to anger management class.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, yes, you should be
not in the same presence as them.
Do not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Cool.
absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I just want to be on the same page with that.
Yeah. Because I think it is abusive to do this stuff in front of your partner.
I see. Get a wood stove.
A wood stove?
Because you have to chop wood. You have to get a Devil.
You need to find somewhere to like get your anger out that's healthy.
Yep.
Like, I don't know. Yeah. Go
CrossFit.
Freaking chop wood. CrossFit. Go to the gym when you're angry. I don't care. Find something that maybe you go to like one of those places where you can break stuff.
That's good too.
Like have a healthy outlet, because this is not a healthy outlet. This is only damaging your relationship with your partner and making your partner scared for you and damaging the walls in your home.
Yeah.
On to the incident. Oh no, there's an incident? OP says, we were going on holiday this week, 12-hour road trip, and we decided to leave at 3 a.m. He said he didn't really sleep well, and I annoyed him because I wasn't ready quick enough. I forgot some things, and I admit that I took too long and we left late. We stopped an hour later to grab a quick service station meat pie. I don't really remember the conversation leading up to this. I don't even know if we were arguing. All I know is his meat pie leaked on his shirt. He swore and ripped his shirt down the middle like the Hulk and threw it out the window.
What?
Oh my God, this man is crazy. He proceeded to speed and had the angriest look on his face.
Because the meat pie.
Oh my God. Also, I feel like this might be in like the UK or Australia, because meat pies.
Meat pies.
Meat pies are an American thing, right? I've never seen them.
I've never seen someone drive and eat a meat pie in my life.
Yeah.
I don't even know what a meat pie is.
It's also a UK thing, but Australia's better based off no context, because I stopped eating meat before I went to the UK.
No.
So I've only eaten meat.
Know.
But I do know Australia's meat pies, and they're great, but it's basically a pie filled with meat.
I'm not for that.
It's so good.
I don't know about that.
No. It's a pie filled with meat, and you have tomato sauce. And it's so good.
It sounds like meatloaf.
No, it's not like meatloaf.
Yes, it sounds like meatloaf.
No. It's not like meatloaf. It's so much better. And I don't know how to accurately like portray this, but Australians, get in the comments, because you know what I'm talking about. They're good. I can't eat them anymore, which is tragic.
Yikes.
But they're delicious.
Loki sounds like liver mush too. People from the South.
No.
Let me know what you think.
It's good. It's good.
They just put a bunch of meat together.
No, like meat pies.
Give it to people.
I would go to Australia when I was younger. Like every time I showed up, my nana would bring me meat pies from the store, which they were just like the frozen ones, but I've always had like homemade. They're good too. Oh my gosh, you heat them up. I put some tomato sauce, and you're just, it's so good. Anywho. That was my tangent about meat pies. Let's get back to this horrible story.
She's a pescatarian now.
Yeah, I can't eat this.
She's moved on.
I was scared. It was a dark back road, and I could see he was doing 140 kilometers. I told him I was scared and to stop, and he ignored me. I told him to please calm down and stop. Suddenly, he slammed on the brakes. All of our things in the back flew forward. He turned to look at me and said, "There." before taking off again, only faster, doing 160 kilometers.
Yeah.
This is abusive.
Yeah.
Oh. I sat there terrified to speak up again and that we would hit something. He stopped not long after and told me to drive because he was going to sleep. He woke up 2 hours later and didn't say anything about it. It was an hour or so after he woke up. He said, sorry about before. I was really tired. That is not an excuse. I'm in shock. He doesn't seem to think it was a huge deal. It's been 2 days and we've just moved on from it. He said nothing happened and he knows how to control a vehicle. And why would he put himself in danger?
Before this conversation that we had about the love bombing, I would say, oh, he's in the right. He doesn't know how to control his anger. And he said sorry. But now, since learning about the love bombing, that's horrible. So it's just manipulating.
Absolutely manipulating. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for listening then.
I'm growing.
Yeah. No. Thank you for listening. That is great. Yeah. And I, of course, have never been in this situation. So if anyone out there in comments, I hope you also haven't been in that situation. But if you have, or if people know more about this, feel free to like comment and, give your thoughts. If you notice in your partner that this is a pattern that is happening over and over and they're apologizing, these apologies mean nothing.
Yeah.
Because it keeps happening. An apology is a promise, I think, to do better. And it does not necessarily mean that you won't do it ever again, but it does mean that you should be trying to get better in the future.
Because over time, your sorries will mean nothing.
They mean nothing. I just need some advice. I'm starting to rethink this whole relationship based off this incident because I'm scared to tell my friends because they will hold judgments on him. Please tell your friends.
Yeah.
Update. I'm so completely overwhelmed by the response from this group. I never thought I'd receive so many helpful and worried comments. I have 4 more days of this trip, and since so many are telling me to be careful, I'm not going to do anything until I get home. You've all shown me it's time to tell my sister and brother what's going on. They live in the same city. Thank you again for all your help. I feel so rattled. I've never once thought it was abuse. I just thought he needed help and support.
Reddit.
Sometimes Reddit comes through.
They do. And
there are some relevant comments, but before we get into that, I think just to the point about feeling afraid or about talking to her friends because she doesn't want them to think badly of him. I think that happens a lot when you're in a relationship and you notice these red flags, but you only want to tell the great things to your friends. Tell your friends because they have an outside perspective. Yeah. Tell your friends when you notice red flags because they're not blinded, I would say.
I've recently, a friend back home reached out to me and was like, hey, I'm thinking about ending it with a certain person because of certain attributes that they've been showing me. And I kind of saw those things. I didn't really see them directly, but I got a bad vibe off the person. And I kind of feel bad for not saying anything to them. They knew them longer, but she reached out to me because she felt like I was one of the closest people she can talk to about it. Yeah. Sometimes it's just tricky.
I think it is definitely a tricky situation when you, as an outsider of the relationship, come forward and are like, I've noticed these things.
Yeah. Because being a guy saying that to a girl might get the wrong.
Yeah. No, I think that is a tricky situation. And only if you're seeing really bad stuff.
Gotcha.
But if you're just on a vibe, it's hard to come forward. They might be very defensive. I think more of what I'm saying is when you're in a relationship and you're noticing those red flags, please talk to your friends. If you feel like you have good friends, you should definitely be bringing that up because your friends usually want to help and usually are able to kind of accurately judge a relationship because they're not in it and they're not blinded, as I said. That's what I have to say about that. But there are some relevant comments. Brilliant Persimmon 87 says, hug, 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 hug. I'm sorry that you're going through this. Deep down, you know that it's more than him being a hothead. He has displayed some intensely scary behaviors, along with an unwillingness, not inability, but unwillingness to process his emotions in a healthy way. It will not get better. It will start to become even more confusing as your brain struggles to comprehend how this nice and sweet man can be so violent at the same time. He apologizes to keep you from leaving. This is known behavior from an abuser. Yeah, which is what we said. Please listen to us. Please don't ignore what your brain and instincts are trying to tell you. Please don't let the fear of judgment hinder you from seeking help to get out of a dangerous situation. Talk to family, talk to friends, reach out to people. You need to get yourself to safety because if you stay with this man, he will endanger your life again. And OP responded, I'm sort of in shock with these comments. I never once called it abuse or even thought it. He just had a problem that needed to be worked through. My friends and family love him. I've never told them about this side. But now I'm starting to think I didn't tell them about his struggles because I knew what they say. Unsupported Device says, He is not a good partner or a good guy. He does not care about you, point blank, period. End of story. I need you to know that. I'm not trying to be harsh, but it's imperative you realize he does not care about you. He's willingly putting you in unsafe positions and doesn't even like or respect you enough to stop his bad behavior when you tell him you're scared. His ego is then so huge, he needs to embarrass you in some sort of gotcha moment when you call out his behavior. I wish you the best, honey, but run. This man is a loser who is also deeply bitter. Your life will be so much better, I promise. There is no award for suffering. I know you've invested time and yourself into this relationship, but put simply, this man isn't even kind to you. The bare minimum should be kindness. And there is a comment from OP, but yeah, no, I think that really sums up our thoughts. I'm finding it hard to reconcile that the man who cried when we were picking out our first dance song, who told me I'm the best woman he's ever met and that he feels so lucky that we met, the man who cuddles me on the couch and rubs my sore back at the end of the week is this abusive man too. His mother said he rages. Their incidents are worse than anything that he's ever done with me. His mother hugged me and cried when I got him to go to his anger management because she's been trying for years. His sister doesn't have a relationship with him, and since being with me, they have mended it and become closer again. She said I seem to make him a lot calmer. I'm starting to question why I never seriously questioned what he was like before me. I'm starting to wonder if the longer we are together, the more that side is appearing. I'm just absolutely devastated. And there is an update. Yeah, I mean, this is also a thing that abusers do. They will hide parts of themselves. And then once they think, their partner is more trapped in a relationship, those sides come out more.
Yikes, that makes me.
Yeah.
Not saying I am.
No.
am one, but I'm like, once I get settled into a relationship, what kind of attributes will I
think it's just about awareness. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have never seen you, lash out in anger and stuff. And I've seen guys lash out and get really angry over, video games, which I think is like, you have to be very aware of that because, that can shine through in other areas of your life.
True.
Yeah, I think when you enter a relationship and the longer it goes on, you have to be very aware of how you're talking to your partner because you can't get less respectful the longer the relationship goes on. You want to get more respectful and talk, communicate more.
This is true. Because there's the 3-month test for like after you've known someone for 3 months.
Yeah.
If they did have a facade on the relationship,
that's when it
gone.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Absolutely.
I try to be real with people, but I'm like, what else do I have to be real more about?
How long have we been rooming together?
Like 2.5. You got 2 more weeks.
I got 2 more weeks.
Whoa, actually.
Story time.
We have a story time.
We'll leave it at the end because it might uplift us after. Update. Thank you to everyone who commented on my previous post. It's been a while since my original post and a lot has happened. The end of the relationship was nothing short of a soap opera. I spent nights in bed next to him on our holiday reading Lundy Bancroft's book and I was floored. Do we know what that book is? Is this about like relationships? Lundy Bancroft?
Oh, he's a consultant on domestic abuse.
But he's a writer on domestic abuse. And so that makes sense that, wow. Wait, so OP's reading this next to their partner.
That's ballsy.
All the comments were so eye-opening, even if I didn't want to believe it was that serious. So many things were hitting home. So many things I didn't consider abuse, but these were things I wasn't telling friends or family about. I was protecting him from anyone knowing what he was really like. A part of the book referenced cheating and abusers as one archetype that matched a lot of my partner's attributes. I thought I was crazy, but over a week after we got home from our holiday, he got home from work, we had dinner, and he went to shower, so I checked his phone. I repeated this for quite a few nights, gathering evidence. He's been cheating on me.
Whoa.
Oh, God.
Do you think that's why he didn't get enough sleep that one night?
I hope not. God. Lots of different women over the last 3 years, and currently one woman who knows all about me and likes to talk about how awful I am with him.
An instigator.
A lot of things he thought he deleted that messenger archived. I eventually confronted him one of those nights when he was coming to bed, and he told me he was too tired to talk about it, that I invaded his privacy, and that they were friends. Before this goes further, if you are ever in a situation where you want to confront a partner, but you know that they are abusive, please do not do that alone.
Yeah.
Get someone you trust to bring them with you in that situation, because that is a very dangerous situation to put yourself in. I was so angry, I pushed it in terms of keeping the conversation going, not physically. He said he wanted to sleep, and I said if I wasn't getting any sleep, he wasn't either. He snapped. He punched a hole in the wall. He broke our dresser. Get out of there, please. It's destroyed. He went into the kitchen and smashed other things. It was terrifying. I was begging him to stop. He then said I was lucky something of his wasn't broken. I got my things and snuck to my car and went to a friend's. He called me and said not to bother coming home. I wasn't. Why would I? The next day, he said it was all my fault because I wouldn't let him walk away, that I was a moron and ruined everything, that I should have let him sleep and waited until the morning. I called my brothers and said I needed to get my things. I decided it wasn't a good idea for them to come yet because I think they would have escalated the situation as they were angry too.
That's good to kind of cool it
I'm
off.
glad. Yeah, absolutely. I took my sister and friend and had them wait in the car until I was sure I was safe. He wasn't meant to be home, but was. They said I had 5 minutes until they were coming in. I told him I'd come to get my things. He got emotional and said he never wanted me to see that side of him. But he shows it all the time.
Dude, that's literally you, bro.
That's just you. It's not that side of you. That's just you. I said we were done and he got angry again and chased me into the garage throwing pillows at me. He said I would regret not fighting for this and I asked him what I was fighting for because this wasn't how you treat someone you love. He collapsed into a crying mess and said he loved me too much and needed me, that he'd been an idiot and ruined it all.
Love bombing.
Yes, absolutely. This is manipulation. He said I could take what I wanted, that he would speak to me tomorrow when we both slept. He got upset when my friend and sister came inside because he didn't know they knew. I took the opportunity to get clothes and my brothers returned for my things 2 days after. He sobbed on the phone to me to reconsider that he wasn't getting attention from me and did the wrong thing, that he's really stressed and it all came to a head. He also told me that this would happen to me again and the devil I knew was better than any other. Oh my God, he's so manipulative. He was begging me to come home. I cut contact. Thank God. Thank God. 3 weeks later, he's posting pictures with one of the other women and in a relationship with her. I'm so scared for this other woman. I'm just floored by the turn of events. Thank you to everyone who commented. This man was an abuser and writing here saved me. Please don't date angry men. Please realize if there's physical violence of any kind, they're capable of worse. The cheating was a bullet I didn't see coming. I never suspected him of that ever in the whole 3 years, and I'm extremely embarrassed of being replaced so easily and being fooled so easily. I'm living with my brother, my self-esteem is in the toilet, and I guess I'm starting my life over again. Relevant comments. Remember Talade 525 says, welcome to a new life. Wipe the slate clean, but keep the lessons learned. I'm proud of you for standing up for yourself. It took me 10 years. You did it in 3. OP says, very close to 4. To be honest, it's still very hard to let go. I was so trauma bonded to him. It's still a work in progress. DeMilo says, I'm so glad you're okay. So many women don't make it out. I'm so glad you did and have a supportive network. To the next chapter. OP says, I can understand why. The main reason was that I told someone. It sounds silly, but after telling my friend, I couldn't take it back. Seeing her horror and worry spurred me on. Also, the idea of her disappointment if I went back. The bond was so strong. I still miss the good parts, but I know he's not a good man and I have completely ghosted him. That is great to hear.
Sorry that I picked a story like this, guys, but hopefully it was learning. I learned a lot. I learned about love bombing.
Yes. Yeah, we're learning things. I think for anyone out there, I hope you don't recognize yourself in the story, but
yeah, if you do,
yes, please, any sort of reactions that are this aggressive, that is a red flag. And if your partner is screaming at you and then the next day is telling you that they love you, that is also not okay. But to slightly lighten the mood, you had a okay story?
I was going to say the most angry thing I did.
Okay. To not lighten the mood yet.
Yeah. Okay. The most angry thing I've done is I broke a desk in my room. Not really broke it, apparently, but it was like after my breakup and I was like, and then I was like, just like boom, boom, boom. And then it like kind of broke, but I didn't do it all the way. But then I felt better after that. But like, that's the most like,
okay.
Other than that,
I'll give you one pass. Yeah.
But I wouldn't do that here. I wouldn't break my desk.
Don't break your desk.
But Drew has a punching bag, so I'll just go punch it.
Yeah. There are things that you can go punch that are meant to be punched out there if you guys have anger.
But the okay story time though, uplifted.
Uplifting.
So my friends are here from Tennessee. My girlfriends are here, and one of them said, "We're gonna go to the beach. Love you." And I said, "Love you too." And I was like, "Sophia, when are we going to get at that point where she's like, I'm going to go to San Diego. I'm like, love you, be safe.
Yeah.
And she directly then looked into her calendar and said, how does March 17th sound? I said, St. Patty's Day, huh? She said, 2 p.m. I said, great.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, we set a time. You know, because
It'd be weird if we did it before that.
it would be weird. It would be
You'd
weird.
like, we just, not been 3 months, but it will be 3 months then.
And so this is connecting to the 3-month rule of like, you don't know the person until 3 months. And so this will literally be 3 months.
Mhm.
And I did that subconsciously.
Yep. Because, wow. Because I like saying bye to the homies before they go.
I say love you to all my friends. So
Yeah.
so
but we're almost there.
We're almost there.
We're so close.
Am I the a-hole for not enjoying my boyfriend's surprise to me while sick? Kind of a surprise.
I'm sick.
I didn't enjoy that. So Lunar Looney 1 says, trigger warning, stalker-ish behavior. The past couple weeks, I've been extremely sick and haven't felt like leaving the house or doing anything. This sucks for me because nobody likes to be sick, but I am a busybody and being bedridden is awful. I hate being bedridden.
I feel you there.
I also haven't seen my female 19 boyfriend, male 20, in a while, and he keeps asking me when I will see him. And I tell him I want to wait until I'm at least not running fevers because I wouldn't want to pass anything on to him, especially because he has little siblings and a baby sister, and I would feel awful if I got them sick. Yeah, that's fair. If you have a fever, definitely don't, go around seeing people. He's very persistent though and keeps saying how much he misses me and he wants to see me. He texts me multiple times a day asking to come over, and I keep telling him not to yet, especially because my fevers are up in the 104 range. Oh my God, that's like hospital.
Interesting.
Yikes. Yeah, don't go over there. That's a bad fever.
But like, dang, I would be the type of boyfriend that's like, please let me feed you soup and give you a burrito blanket.
But also, if your partner's like, please, I don't want you to come over. You leave the soup
outside.
But
I'd still be like, let me feed you. I'm going to feed you.
Okay.
I would, dang, as much as I would be OP's boyfriend. I know that sounds bad.
I don't know.
But the type of person I'm with, hopefully they're okay with it.
But this is OP, and OP's different. OP doesn't want that. I honestly would be like, can someone take care of me when I'm sick? I would like someone to come bring me soup. But OP doesn't want that right now because they have a fever and they don't want them getting sick. This is a boundary. Yesterday, both of my parents were at work, so it was just me at home. I've been in and out of sleep because I've been sick, so I was asleep most of the day yesterday. Mind you, my boyfriend works Monday through Friday, so in no way did I expect this. Around 2 p.m., I'm woken up to someone rubbing my back. Before opening my eyes, I think it's my father home on his lunch. Nope, it's my boyfriend.
Ooh.
I would be kind of really weirded out that he just showed up while I was sleeping.
I'd be okay with it. I'd be like, how'd you get in here?
I don't know. I would be like, how did you get in here? I asked you not to come here.
If my girlfriend just showed up, I'd have to like her though. But that's why she's my girlfriend. I wouldn't mind it. I'd be like, that's kind of crazy you're here.
I don't know. I would be weirded out. No, specifically, I'm imagining the scenario. I told them not to come, that I didn't feel well. I didn't want them there. And then they showed up unannounced and are rubbing my back while I'm asleep. That's weird.
That is weird.
He says he couldn't stand being apart and wanted to surprise me. I then asked how he even got in because my parents always lock the door before leaving.
Remember, you left your back door unlocked.
Yeah, I broke it open. And he says he guessed the garage combination because it's the same digits as my phone password, which is what my family uses as a common password.
Wait, actually.
Yeah, you were on his side. This is weird. This is weird.
This is whack, bro. You need to stop.
You need to oh my God.
Oh gosh.
I'm a bit taken aback and I tell him it wasn't cool to show up uninvited. He told me it seemed like I was ignoring him. She was sick. She was asleep and sick.
Wait, but kind of, I'm speaking. I'm already digging myself in a hole.
And he wanted to come see what's up. We went back.
See what's up?
She has a fever.
What's going on? How's it going?
My God, he broke into their house to see what's up.
What's been going on around here, guys?
What's going on? You've been sleeping, ignoring me?
Oh my God. Goodness.
We went back and forth about it for a while, me keeping my point of it's rude to show up uninvited, and he just tells me I should be grateful to see him and I needed to stop whining. Jesus. And after a while, he left, mostly because I made a point to say my parents don't know you're here and wouldn't be happy with me having you over here without their permission, since yesterday he has not talked to me. Am I the a-hole?
No,
okay.
Bro's the a-hole.
No, your boyfriend is the a-hole. Yeah. I hope he's your ex. OP then says, thank you for all the feedback. I'm trying to read everything, but there's a new comment every time I refresh.
Nice.
I will give an update once I talk to him. I just don't know how I want to approach this yet. A lot of you are worried about my fever. Yeah, I know. I was like 104.
Yeah.
Sorry for the exaggeration. I have just been sick for a couple weeks, but my fever just started this week. I have not had high fevers for weeks. Haha, no. Started with just congestion and sore throat and recently just turned into a cough and fever. And yes, I have been to the doctor. Good.
Ooh.
Yeah, break up with your boyfriend.
Yeah, hey.
That's weird.
I don't know why
Dump him.
I don't know why I have not been pointing on my hat more.
Dump him.
Yikes. That's not cool.
Red flag. Big red flag.
Yeah, they're sick. That you could get yourself sick. And I know you miss her, but please do not
respect
guess
her boundaries.
the code on her.
Also, I think
door.
if I was feeling that bad, like I'm just trying to imagine it from OPs, like feeling that bad, I'm sleeping all day. There are also situations where you maybe just don't want your partner around. Even if you're like, I want to rest. I don't want to have to entertain, Yeah,
because he's 20.
He's 20.
Low-key, my partner, I want them to be like kind of doing their own thing.
Yeah.
And like, I'm okay with like seeing them, but like.
Yeah, I don't want them to be like needy.
Yeah, super needy, which needy's cute.
Yeah, to an extent.
Yeah, until one day it's like, oh.
Yeah, they're like, oh my God, you never hang out with me, but you're hanging out with them like every day.
Yeah, then it's like, okay. All right, pal.
The boyfriend's making the whole OP being sick about them and about OP being sick. Like, we don't even, like, he's not bringing freaking soup to her. He's just like, I want to hang out with me.
Yeah, not cool, bro. Not cool. Leave the soup outside. But you know what we're going to leave for you guys?
Another story.
Yeah.
Today I effed up by asking my boyfriend what his exes looked like.
Ooh, that's always a tricky game.
So Maloko Milk Maiden says, my boyfriend and I have been dating for a while. We actually met in 6th grade. We're both 45 now.
Wait, what?
Oh, but they recently reconnected. I was like,
I see.
You've been dating since 6th grade?
I'm like, holy cow. I do know a couple that has dated since 6th grade.
But
they have been together
they?
Since 12, and they are now my age. I know. But I've heard that they cheat on each other and it makes me kind of sad.
That is sad. I'm always worried about relationships from like middle school or high school.
Yeah, because you grow. It's like growing.
You grow.
Period.
You've grown as a person. I am not the same person that I was in middle school and definitely not high school. This morning we were talking about our exes and I actually knew one of them, a very pretty blonde who is actually a very lovely person. He casually asked me if I'd like to see the one previous to her. Why? Why did you ask that?
You want to see how hot this gal used to be? Yeah, we go way back. Look at this broad.
My God.
And then OP's like, oh, that's a 10.
That's nice. Thanks, sweetie.
Yeah, she's hot.
She's like, okay. I didn't ask. He casually asked me if I'd like to see the one previous to her. Not thinking much of it, I said, sure. She is absolutely stunning.
Oof.
Textbook, bombshell brunette, and gorgeous. To be fair, I'm not an ugly woman, but relatively plain.
Oof, she just called herself a 5.
Oh,
you're not a 5. You're a funny 7.
All women are 10s.
All women are 10s.
Unfortunately, I've let my insecurities take over and I'm really struggling. I'm a loving person and a good partner. I'm a giver and do the very best I can to be supportive and helpful. None of that is helping my current mindset. Why on earth is this man with me when he could literally do a lot better, at least physically?
Okay, I do want to talk about this.
Okay.
Some of my friends that I have are very materialistic when it comes to women. Because I'll be like, hey, look at this woman. I think she's really pretty. And they're like, whatever. Da, 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 da. And then the women they show me are like Kim K's. And I'm like, yeah, but then I talk to them. They end up with these women, but they're like, yeah, but she's boring.
Well, that's the thing. If you prioritize like looks over personality, it's not gonna make a good relationship.
Like to me, I don't really like rate women, but in my head, if I were to do that, I want like a beautiful 8 with no makeup. I know that sounds weird, but like a 10, I'm not interested in because I'm like, okay, you probably are like a 10 to everyone is like Megan Fox or like, you know, Kim Kardashian. That I'm not attracted to that. I'd rather have like a woman that like as they get older and have more kids, they become more beautiful and they grow more into themselves. I
mean, everyone has their own type.
Yeah.
Like for me, there are like, you know, celebrities that are considered like super attracted. I'm like, I wouldn't.
Adam Driver. Where did that come from?
I don't think he's my type.
I know, but like some people think Adam Driver's attractive.
Oh yeah, exactly. Okay, some people. Yeah. My point was more like there are some people that are like this is the hottest person, like universally acknowledged, like super hot person. I'm like, not attractive to me.
It all depends, but it is sometimes like tricky. Like friends will be like, oh, well, and I'm like, dude, like at least I can like talk to her all night.
Yeah.
They're having to look at her all night.
I think it is okay to initially want to date someone based off attractiveness, but it shouldn't be the only thing keeping you together.
Yeah. And also a lot of people that are seducers.
Yeah.
They're not very attractive.
Yeah.
It's just all about the emotional mind game.
Yeah. I'm like, how attractive is this guy? You know?
It's all about the wavelengths.
Anyway. OP continues, I know insecurities make people less attractive and add to the inclination to project. He's also incredibly gorgeous, and I just don't know how to fix where my head is at about it. I'm on the verge of walking away because I know for certainty he can obviously do much better. He's been depressed, and I'm afraid I'm just a filler until he can move on. I love this person and just don't want to be hurt. Ugh, damn it. Ignorance was bliss. And then TLDR, my boyfriend is out of my league, and I saw evidence to back it up. And there is an edit.
Would you rather your boyfriend be out of your league or you be out of your boyfriend's league?
I don't think I'm out of anyone's league.
I could show you 3 people and be like, hey, would you date this person? And you would be like, I'm out of their league.
No, but that's the thing. I don't think I don't think I'm attracted to people who are too attractive because, I'm attracted to a very specific kind of attractiveness.
I see.
And therefore I don't think that they can be out of my league.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I see what you're saying. I do think some women are out of my league. And I'm like, why are you talking to me?
Interesting. Yeah. See, I don't have that thought process.
Yeah, but now becoming more like, because used to I was scared to death to talk to women. Now after talking to like more women, I don't think a lot of people are out of my league.
Yeah. And this is not to say like, I think I'm like, the prettiest person out there.
Yeah, that is what she's saying.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Sure.
That's not what I'm saying.
Not what I'm saying.
That's not. I think I'm able to get people because of my personality. I honestly think I'm more of a personality person.
Personality.
What did you just do? Shame.
You said that.
I did not
You said
say
personality.
That. Yeah, I said personality. I didn't say personality. I literally think I'd have a nice personality.
Wow, she's saying she's got big.
And I'm not saying that in like a metaphor. My literal personality.
I'm not going to talk about your personality because that's disrespectful. I think your vibe is awesome. We're going to talk about girls' personalities. Come on, dude. That's a tricky. She tried to put me in a corner.
Metaphor.
Did you see what she just did there? She tried to put me in a corner.
You're speaking in metaphors. I'm talking about my literal personality.
I feel like someone's going to clip me. I'm not going to do this. Anyways, your vibes are awesome. Not going to talk about your personality. That's disrespectful. You're Sam's sister. Come on.
You led into it. You backed yourself into the corner.
No, I did it. I'm out of it.
You did.
I'm out of it.
Edit. Thank you, everyone who took your time to offer different points of view on the subject. It's been helpful to look at through outside perspectives. I did not see it as a way of self-sabotage, and hearing that reflected has given me pause in my motivations. For those of you that asked, no, I did not directly ask my person about it. I don't believe expressing my insecurities would be helpful. I believe insecurities are an individual problem and at root my responsibility to correct. I think that's kind of a healthy thing to, I don't think you should be like dumping all of your insecurities on your partner. I think it is weird that he like unprompted showed you a picture of his ex.
If I was with a person and they showed me their ex and he was way hotter than me, I'd be like, yo, I'm funny.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm like, dude, I'm hilarious.
I'm like, no, like that's such a compliment. I'm like, Jesus, that person was hot and you're
with me because I'm hilarious.
Because I'm like, I have a great personality.
Like the hotter they are, the
better my personality is.
The more my stand-up comedian career is about to happen.
No, literally. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I honestly don't, I think half of the reason that I'm able to like get people to like me is because of my vibes.
Because I'm on a comedy podcast.
Because I'm a riot. I'm a riot. So I don't think I'm ever going to be like the type of person that like people, like they're walking past me and they're like, oh my God. But I think if they talk to me, I'm like, yeah, I got it in the bag.
I'm in the bag. They just got to break the ice.
Yeah. They just got to talk to me and then,
Dude, okay, that did work for me. I went to the bungalow. It's like a club. I went there and all the guys there were like nice looking California boy style, work pants, nice little like thing. And they were like good looking guys.
Yeah.
But I would go up to women and I'd be like, yo, what's up? I love your necklace. And I'd just be the goofy guy. And it worked.
It worked.
I got 8 numbers that night.
No, that's what I'm saying. Personalities are so much more interesting. Like
Vibes.
yeah, vibes. Whatever. Vibes are so much more interesting.
Saving you here. You're welcome.
Whatever. Okay. Riley's saving me. Yeah. But that's the whole story. Did we
That's the
yap
whole story.
enough?
We got a live stream. Join our live streams.
Join our live streams.
We gotta go.
If you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And see you tomorrow.